Greetings YouTube, Yoda123 here, and I am back for another episode of Let's Play Final Fantasy XII The Zodiac Age. And in today's episode we're going to be making our way through the Barhime passageway. But before we do that, we do need to get through this door here, and I'll explain how we're going to do that in just a moment. But before that, I'm actually going to just have a little chat with this merchant here, since he's got a few things we can get our hands on. So first of all, let's just pop across to our random items here, and we can ditch all these ones that we don't need. Oops. So we're going to pretty much get rid of everything here except for the teleport stones. We're going to need those for getting around, so I do strongly advise hanging on to them. Okay, right. And now I want to go across to here first of all, because we can now pick ourselves up a few more spells, so we'll go ahead and just eliminate these from the ones that we're missing. Like I said in my previous video, if you follow me and do everything I do, you'll get every single spell, technique and whatnot. I just pushed the wrong button. And I'm also going to grab all these different gambits as well, because they're actually quite useful. And it will give us a lot more variety of what we can and cannot do with our team. Quite frankly, I wish I could simply just hit the purchase all button right now, but unfortunately there is no purchase all button. So I'm going to have to go down the list and do this one at a time. This may take a few minutes. But I'm pretty much going to grab all of them because, like I said, they will be very useful. Especially against certain bosses later on as well, when you want to try to organise yourself so that you've got everything covered. And if you can set your gambits up right, you can actually, well, some of the fights that I did in my off-camera profile, I managed to get myself set up that well that I was able to literally just walk away, have a bite to eat, grab a drink and do whatever I needed to, and then come back later and the battle was done when I got back. So right, so we're going to need to talk to this guy again, but before we do that we're going to need to just do something up here in order to trigger the dialogue that we need. So if you make your way back up the stairs here, and then just over here in the center section here, you'll find this time-worn device. And we're going to go ahead and try and press the switch. Of course, right now it's not going to work because the fuse is blown. But in order for the guy down below to hand us the fuse that we need, we basically needed to try using that thing up there first of all. So if we go back to the merchant now, he should give us the fuse that we need. There we go, tube fuse. So now that we've got our tube fuse, we're going to go ahead and head back up the stairs, and we're going to go back to the switch that we were at a moment ago. And we can now insert the fuse, and that should give us the power we need, which it's now done. And as you can see, we've now got 100% charge. Oh, my dying lights. Well, the main game's just finished downloading. It's just got the updates and crap to do now. That's good to know. So now we can activate the gate switch, and that will give us access to the Barhime passageway. So I know I'm not reading much of the dialogue out today, but I'll only do it every now and again. Now then, these mimic spider things, there are going to be multiple of these throughout the next section, and we're going to need to make sure that we take them out, otherwise they will drain our power. And if our charge gets to 0%, that's when we're going to have a problem. And I've just realised I've got dialogue going on here and I have not muted my mic, which means I'm going to have a bit of echo again now. I do apologise, guys. I'm going to mute the mic now.
Much worse. So, let them get too close to one of those conduits and they'll suck it dry. But don't worry, it'll give the energy back if you ask nicely. Sticking it with a sword helps too. Clock's ticking.
Okay, so actually, before I go any further, actually there's something I meant to do, or rather something I meant to pick up. And that is, I just want to grab a few Phoenix Downs, because when I went through here last time, I didn't have enough Phoenix Downs on me, and consequently I did get myself into a touch of trouble. So I just want to make sure I'm well stocked up so I don't get screwed over too much. I realise it looks like I'm chucking money away, but believe me, sometimes when you're down here there are sections where you can get absolutely mobbed. And when I say mobbed, I mean you can get outnumbered, and before you know it, you literally, your health bars just get shredded. So at the moment, Bash is going to be pretty much useless for the time being, because he doesn't have a weapon. But all is not lost, because we will be able to get him a weapon a little bit later on. Unless, actually, I wonder if this is going to be a shot in the... Oh yeah, I can't access his equipment, can I? Of course. Ignore me, I'm having a numpty moment. Okay, so that's that mimic down, and as you can see, we have got back some of our charge as a result. So we're going to take this, well, I say slowly, I'm going to go to ×2 just to get through a bit quicker, but we're going to go section by section here. And we're going to try to minimise the amount of damage we're taking, so we'll try to just take a few enemies at a time. That way we shouldn't get too badly screwed over. Hopefully. And I think actually, because Fran's MP keeps running out, what I'm going to do here also is I am going to set her up to use potions on us for the time being. Because we've got quite a few potions we can use, and then that will keep us all alive. So we've got a treasure here, 97 gil, and we've got another one just over in this corner as well, so we'll grab that as well, which is 103 gil. I think that's it for this area. Yep. Right, let's move on then. Right, so we've got 2 spiders to take out here. Let's get rid of this one first, since it's chosen not to run away. I should also point out these mechanical spider things have got a way of healing as well. I still haven't quite figured out how they do it, but yeah, should probably just bear that one in mind. I think it's possibly when they go and feed off of the power cables, I think that's what heals them, but I'm not 100% certain of this. So yeah, taking them out as quickly as possible is of utmost importance. Let's bring up our mini-map here. In fact, let me go to the main map. So if you look here, you can see there's all these exclamation marks. That's where all the spiders are, and we need to go to each one of these as we go. So right now we want to be going... Yeah. So let's clear this one out first of all. And as you can see, just down there is a urn that contains the map of this particular area, which we're going to obtain a little bit later on. I will show you how to get to that. So now we're going to make our way down here, and we're not actually going to go straight forward here. We're going to go down the left passageway first because there's another mimic down there, and I believe there's also a few chests down there to be had as well. So, and since I'm doing a guide, I want to make sure that I'm showing you guys where everything is, so I don't want to miss anything if I can help it. Suit of bronze armor is always useful. So far so good. So if your charge gets down to 0 or towards the 0 mark, you're going to have a world of pain. Basically, if it gets down that low, it starts spawning in all sorts of mobs. You'll get ghosts, a lot more bats, and it just generally becomes a lot more horrendous. But because we're keeping the power charge up quite high right now, in fact it's on 100%, we're actually doing quite well here, and we should be able to proceed pretty damn easy. Right, so if we backtrack down this corridor here, it will take us to where that urn was, and we'll be able to obtain our map of the area, and that will give us a better idea of what we're dealing with. Although I already know what we're dealing with, but for the sake of the guide and for you guys, I will show you it. So let's have a look. So we are currently here, and we're going to be working our way down this way. And eventually we are going to be heading down to this bottom section here. But like I said, we'll clear as we go. And we are going to need to go into these side sections here anyway, regardless, because there are more spiders down there as well that we have to deal with. So let's get cracking, shall we? So first things first then, let's... is there anything? No, that's just... I don't know what that is, it's just a bit of decoration that they decided to add to the map by the looks of it. So as long as we keep this charge up, I reckon it should be pretty smooth sailing all the way through, but I won't hold my breath, because I've had the charge up quite high before and then I've got screwed over, but so we'll see how it goes. Right. So here's another mimic spider, and it's attempting to do a runner. We've got it pinned in the corner now. It ain't going anywhere. I'll tell you what, guys and girls, giving Fran the ability to chuck potions on us is probably the best thing I could have bloomin' done. I've not lost a single character yet. I wish I'd thought of this sooner. I could have saved myself so much bother off camera. And at the same time, I'm also making myself seem like a noob as well. The fact that I didn't do it off camera. But, well, nobody's perfect, and we all have to learn at some point down the line, I suppose. We all make mistakes. Right, so we've got another mechanical spider in here somewhere. There he is. You'll be able to tell if you've got one of these little bugs around, because your charge bar will start to drop again. There we go. So there's a chest just in this left corner here when Balthier's done trying to cast whatever it is he's trying to cast. And that's pretty much it for down there. So let's now head up the stairs and just check out what we've got up here. I believe there is at least one chest up here. I think it's down here on the... Yep, there it is. And we get a battle harness, and the battle harness, if I'm not mistaken, increases physical damage, I want to say. Hang on. You know what? I'm just going to check it out for you guys, just purely because I don't want to give out false information here. Oh, no, sorry, it's not increased physical damage, it's counter-attack. So when attacked, automatically counter with weapon in hand, license needed, accessories for which we will go ahead and get at some point. But at the moment I don't have a great deal of license points, so I'm trying to build them up a little bit at the moment. As soon as I've built up enough license points, I'll start unlocking stuff on the grids. But I'll probably do that off camera since I don't particularly want to like bore you guys. Right, so that's that section completed. Let's now move on. And in this next section we're going to be, well, a bit further down, we're going to be introduced to some new enemies, and they are another type of flan, and I should probably warn, they do hit hard. So what I might do is set Fran up to use some spells in a moment to try and deal with them a bit easier. In fact, actually, you know what, I think I will, because she is our black mage, and preferably we could do with some sort of combatant. So right, we've gone too far, we need to just go back on ourselves. So we actually want to make our way through here, which is where the, speak of the devils, the clans now come into play. As you can see, they do hit quite hard. Hang on a minute, I'm just gonna... Fran, it's lovely that you're healing us, but would you mind just switching to your fire spell just for a moment, please? There we go. As you can see, fire magic destroys them pretty quick. Now, there is a chest that can spawn here in this little area, but this time around, for some reason, it doesn't seem to have spawned. So later on, once we've done some more of the license boards, we will have the ability to recover MP. Oh, don't worry about Bash, Fran, leave him. He's useless to us right now. So that we can keep on using our magic. And that way, as we use our magic, because of the ability that we'll unlock, we'll be able to... each time we do damage to an opponent, it will give us back some MP. So I'll just do this one manually a second. Ah! Right, okay, it looks like we're out of potions. I didn't expect to get through all those potions so quickly. That's not helpful. It's not an issue, mind you, but yeah, this makes things a little bit more interesting. Where am I going? I've gone the wrong way, that's why. It's that way I want to go. We're just going to have to be a little bit more careful now. Oh, hang on a minute, we've got a bit of blindness on one of our characters here. Let's just get rid of that with some eye drops. There we go. Now again, there is a chest that can spawn in here, but again, this one has chosen, nah, we don't want to spawn today, so we won't be getting that one as of right at the moment. Oh, but the other one this side has spawned in, and we get an ether, which actually is very useful because we might have to throw that onto Fran shortly, because we do have a boss fight coming up at the end of this tunnel. Not this particular section, but like at the main end of the main tunnel. And since I've now got no potions left, I'm going to need another form of healing in order to keep up with the damage. And had I realised that Fran was going to get through those potions so quickly, I might have just adjusted the gambits a little bit, and possibly I would have purchased a few extra potions on top, perhaps, I don't know. I mean, to be honest, later on I very rarely use potions. I rely more on my cure spells because I tend to have a hell of a lot more MP at this point. But oh god, more flans. How many ethers have we got? Oh, that's alright, that's fine, we can roll with that. Let's just chuck one of those on there then. So, oh god, another one. There we go. There's sometimes chests. Oh no, there it is. Never mind. It's hiding. Oh, we got a high potion. That's always useful. We can put that to good use. The good news is we do have a save point coming up, so we'll be able to restock everything soon. At any rate. That's a bit slow for some reason. Right. So now we can make our way back through all of this and back to the main tunnel. And it should be quite a smooth run through because we've pretty much slaughtered everything here. So there won't be anything to get in the way. Or at least there shouldn't be. Oh. I'll tell you what, without that fire spell, getting through here would be a nightmare. Oh, dearie me. We have a bomb situation. That's not good. That's curious. You know what, we're just gonna... Oh, there's that chest I was on about. Oh god, I'm getting slaughtered. Right, let's get out of here. Ralphia, instead of healing, run away, please. Thank you. This is what I mean by the fact that you can get overwhelmed. I don't know where those bombs came from. They weren't there before. That's very interesting. Let's just get everybody back up. Well, we'll get 3 of them back up for now. We won't worry about Bash too much for the time being. The fact that he can't really do much for us right now, so there's very little point in bringing him back. Great, so first aid doesn't always... Well anyway, you could see that the chest was there, so what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to hit the flee button here, and I'm literally just going to charge through to where the gate was and leg it through. Because the save point's just on the other side here.
Mrs. Seeds.
It reeks. Something's close. Nice moves there, Captain.
You mean traitor?
So they say. But I didn't see him kill anyone.
My brother did.
Rex. He said he had a brother 2 years younger. I see. He meant you. Your brother. What became of...
He's dead.
I'm sorry.
It was you who killed him.
I give you my word. That was not the way of it.
Rex, sir. My name's Rex. All I have left, sir. He's 2 years younger than I, living in...
Time botched. Save the discussion for later.
We found them! But if we arrive after he signed the treaty...
Sir, we have little time. You must go to the
As I
king.
feared. They're slowing us down.
Captain Oz... And for my parents. Captain, why? king have you done?
His Majesty was a traitor.
A twin brother. Fancy that. But still, the pieces fit, I'll give you that much. And he did look like you.
I don't believe you.
Of course not. It was my fault that Rex was there. I am sorry.
My brother, he trusted you. He trusted you and he lost everything. How can I believe you?
Not me, then. Believe in your brother. He was a fine soldier. He fought to the last to protect his homeland. Now, surely he fought to protect his brother.
You don't know anything!
Believe what you want to. Whatever it takes to make you happy. What's done is done.
Okay, so that was quite a lengthy cutscene, and here's our save point. I think we'll go ahead and take advantage of that, as we do have a boss fight coming up shortly. Where are we? It's that bottom one I want. And now that we've used the save point, as you can see, we've also recovered all our HP and MP, so that also helps us out. Where'd that one come from then? Oh, that was a mimic. I just need to do right, I need you to go back to using normal attacks because I need that MP of yours for curing in a minute. But I'm going to turn that gambit off on now. I know it seems a little bit mad to be turning that gambit off and having no form of healing, but I want to conserve that MP for the boss fight. And I'll just manually try and heal my characters for the time being using potions and whatever else I happen to find. So... we've got two mimics here. That's one down. And that puts our charge back to full. So we'll just grab these chests as well as we go. There's quite a few of them in this little area here actually. So you'll get quite a bit of good loot. Now we will be coming back into the Barhime passageway later on, but right now we can't actually get to where it is that we'd want to go to. There is a bit of a side quest that we have to do in order to get to where we want to go, but we'll get into that a bit more later on. So for now we're going to make our way up the hill here, and we'll try to clear as we go. Right. So let me just look at the map. Right, so we should be able to access this without getting into a boss fight, I think. Yeah. And we have another save point, which is very useful since the boss gate is just over there. So the boss that we're going to be going up against is the Mimic Queen, and she's not a particularly challenging boss, if I'm honest, although she does have a few little mini spiders with her. So I'm just going to reactivate my Cure Gambit now. And with that we will go on ahead and start hacking and slashing at her. This, in theory, should be quite a quick boss fight, if I'm honest. So I recommend in this fight just targeting the main boss here, because the spiders, the little ones, when you take them out, they'll just be replaced by other ones. So what we're going to do here is we're going to alter our gambits ever so slightly and order our team to attack the enemy with the highest amount of HP. We don't need to worry too much about you. That way they should all target the main boss and we'll cut through him nice and quickly. Or at least that's the plan anyway. So as you can see, it's a relatively easy boss. We're cutting through it quite quickly. And once you've taken this guy out and you make it back to Rabanastre, I do recommend going to see Mont Blanc, because he will have some rewards for you for taking this thing out, as well as some rewards for any other bosses that you might have done up until this point. So like the boss that you faced in the waterway, you'll get rewards for that one as well, I believe. I'll be going to Mont Blanc myself anyway, so you'll be able to see for yourself via my guide anyway. Oh, crap. There's me not paying attention. I was so busy watching the Mimic Queen's health bar that I didn't spot my own two characters had gone down. That was silly. I didn't realise Fran had run out of MP as well. I thought she had it under control. That was my fault. But hey ho, we still beat it nonetheless, so it's not an issue.
To think Dalmascan air could taste so sweet.
Where are we?
The Estes Sand, by the look of it. Let's back to Rabanastre before we shrivel up. By your leave, Captain.
Yes, the hour of my return is already over late. The people may hate me, but that does not free me of my charge.
Right then. So now we have to make our way back to Rabanastre, and I think we'll do that in our next episode. So I'm going to save my game here, and I'm going to pretty much end the episode here. So if you've enjoyed what you've seen today, then let me know in the comments section, hit the like button, or even be subscribed to my channel. At the end of the day, it all helps. And I will catch you all next time. So thank you very much for watching. Ta-ra for now.